Welcome back to MMORPG's Quick 5. Let's take a look at what happened in this past week. Number 5. Pokemon announced Switch open world game Pokemon Legends Arceus. Announced during an earlier livestream event this week, Pokemon Legends Arceus represents a quote new frontier end quote for the Pokemon franchise and will arrive on Switch in early 2022. Set in an earlier version of the Sinnoh region, Pokemon Legends Arceus takes place at an earlier time compared to the other mainline games. The trailer they premiered showcases a trainer running around an open world and catching Pokemon in the wild without needing to go into one of those turn-based battles the series is known for. The developers make note that the desire for Arceus stems from wanting to deliver a, quote, experience infused with new action and RPG elements that go beyond the framework established thus far, while honoring the core gameplay of past Pokemon titles, end quote. Number 4. Our Blizzcon interviews for Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft are live. We had the chance to virtually sit down with Blizzard and pick their brains about Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft Shadowlands and the Burning Crusade following BlizzConline this past weekend. For Diablo 4, we covered off the new rogue class, single player versus multiplayer, world PvP, and seasons. On that last one, yes, seasons will return to Diablo 4, but will look differently than they do in Diablo 3. We also spoke with Blizzard about Shadowlands and the Burning Crusade. We learned about the new zone in Shadowlands, along with information on the story, lore, Torghast, and other general updates. For the Burning Crusade, we covered off what it meant to bring back Burning Crusade, in addition to looking ahead to the future. Number 3. Anthem Next has been cancelled, and Dragon Age 4 will be single-player only. Anthem Next, the reboot of sorts for 2019's beleaguered Anthem, has been cancelled, with BioWare moving on to support their Mass Effect and Dragon Age franchises. Executive producer Christian Daly cites the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic as being a factor in the development of Anthem, stating that the pandemic situation had an impact on our productivity. Additionally, all planned multiplayer from the next Dragon Age game will be removed, making the game single-player only. According to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, EA has given BioWare the okay to strip away the upcoming Dragon Age's multiplayer components, bringing the studio back to its roots in making single-player RPGs. The report cites the reasoning as EA pivoting after the company was, quote, stung by a recent multiplayer flop, end quote, which may or may not have been Anthem. Spoiler, it was Anthem. Number 2. Gamigo is shutting down Twin Saga, Defiance, and Defiance 2050. The shutdowns were announced via each of the game's websites, giving players the heads up as to when they can expect the games to be shut down permanently. Twin Saga will cease to be on April 29, 2021, stating that the game simply could no longer sustain itself as a reason to why it is shuttering. Defiance and Defiance 2050 will also be shuttering the same date, again citing the fact that the two MMOs could no longer sustain themselves. As such, new account creation as well as the ability to buy cash shop items have been disabled for the games, though in-shop currency bought before February 24th can still be spent on items in the store. Gamigo is encouraging players to move on to its other titles such as ArcheAge and Trove. The publisher is offering special perks and codes for those who make the transition, also stating that currencies bought can transfer over to the other titles. And at number 1 this week, Pearl Abyss takes over publishing Black Desert in the West. Pearl Abyss took over publishing rights of Black Desert Online on February 25th from Kakao Games. You can still transfer your characters, but be warned, you have until May 31st to transfer your account over, else risk account deletion. PC and console players will also be able to redeem a code for special rewards to celebrate the publishing transition. The rewards will also only be available until March 10th. Be sure to check out the article linked below to redeem the code for those rewards. Speaking of March 10th, you can grab BDO for free until March 10th. If you haven't jumped into the game or have been curious about that and haven't yet pulled the trigger, you might want to grab it during this free period and give it a go. Thanks for joining us for this week's Quick 5. Be sure to subscribe and join us next week for our next episode, where we'll deliver the most important MMO and RPG news in around 5 minutes. See you next time.